Welcome to another edition of All Things Real Estate. I am here today to explain to you two common terms that are used interchangeably and used incorrectly a lot of times in the real estate process. Those two words are inspection and appraisal. Stay tuned for what those really mean.
All things real estate, all things real estate.
Okay, so number one, inspection. What is an inspection? An inspection is a general home inspection, right? Where the buyer hires an inspector. First, the buyer gets a contract on the house, and then the buyer hires an inspector, and they come and do a general inspection of all the major systems in the house. The HVAC, the plumbing, the roof, they kind of look at the foundation. They don't do a real in-depth analysis, but all the major things in the house, they'll run all the faucets and all that kind of stuff. So that inspection happens pretty closely right after a contract is executed, right? When the buyer and seller come to an agreement. Appraisal is, it happens further down the line, maybe a week or two after we get an executed contract. An appraisal is also done for the buyer. It is kind of like an inspection in a way, meaning that someone comes to the house and looks at the house for the buyer. But appraisal is worried about the home value, where the inspector is worried about the home condition. Those are the two differences. Also, the home inspection is hired, the home inspector is hired by the buyer, whereas the home appraiser for the appraisal is hired by the buyer's lender. So the buyer doesn't directly hire the appraiser. The appraiser comes in, looks at the home, just like the inspector does, but instead of worrying about condition and things like that, they actually go out and look at comps and comparable properties and what those have sold for and things like that. They do a report that is given to the lender. A home inspector does a report that is given to the buyer. So inspection and appraisal, oftentimes people just kind of mix those up and they say, well, we need to order the home appraisal. No, you need to order the home inspection and let your lender order the home appraisal. Appraisal also comes later in the contract process. I think I said that. It happens a week or two in. It also happens after the option period is up. The option period is specifically kind of for that first home inspection. After inspection is appraisal. The reason why it's done that way is because if the home inspection that the buyer has paid for comes up with something problematic, then the buyer doesn't want to and chooses often not to spend the money on appraisal. They end up terminating the contract. So those are the two differences between those two words, inspection and appraisal. They are different, and this will help you hopefully use them properly when you buy a home.
All things real estate, all things